Welcome to our Thursday night live stream.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we're headed to the Capital Beltway area of the country, you'll be alerted to it.
You're awful excited to get lost in the circle.
I am so stinking excited. I am going back to the area where Caleb was actually born. He was born actually in Loudoun County, Virginia, but I worked in Washington, D.C., spent a lot of time in Maryland. So really, really excited to be able to be visiting that area this weekend for the Antithetic Baltimore Conference hosted by Coach Bronson and Coach Natalie. The first one of its kind in the Capital Beltway area.
Yeah, so super excited about that. We're going to try to do tonight's live stream. We're still having internet issues. Don't know what's going on with it. I can't get my restream to connect. So hopefully we don't have any problems. But we probably won't make it a super long live stream tonight because
we are leaving here at 3 a.m.
Yeah. So like
it's almost
probably
it's almost time to shower.
Probably not going to bed tonight.
No, probably not.
So if you are new to our channel, our Thursday night live streams are all about subscribers. We like to just answer questions, hang out with our community.
What you got?
If you have any questions or just want to know more things about the keto carnivore lifestyle, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Now, there's 2 ways to really get a hold of us. Number 1, you can go at Two Crazy Ketos.
You can shake us.
We're going to kind of look for those. And then also, feel free to use the super chat function. We greatly appreciate the super chat. That's the little $sign that's in your chat window, and you make a little donation to the channel. That helps us continue to do what we're doing. This is what we do full time, and we do a lot of traveling for conferences.
It's going to cost us $50 to park our car.
Yeah. Because
this weekend.
Nobody is home to drive us this weekend.
Wow. Even if they were, who wants to take us at 3 a.m?
No. Well, I was going to make Anthony, but you said
nobody.
But yeah, so if you do that, it will highlight our screen and let us know that you have a question.
Excited.
So we'll jump right in. I did see someone, but it's a little behind here.
All right.
Jujube wanted to know who was going to Anesthetic.
I'm going.
Jujube is going to be there.
I am getting a hug from Jujube this weekend. It's happening. I'm so stinking excited.
Amanda said, hearing about all the heat makes me so grateful.
For the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to put it up there. I can't because I can't read it.
Yeah, just kind of read it there. But it's even hotter than normal here. So it's hot everywhere.
Ridiculously hot here today.
Yeah.
Very, very hot.
Anthony came in just absolutely.
I drank 200 and
beet red.
56 ounces of water at work today.
Did you even have to stop to go to the bathroom?
Once.
See, that's when I know. It's like my body is just soaking it all up. Make sure that you're getting your electrolytes in. Public service announcement. For as often as we say, it's so hot. That's a great time to remember.
Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Mary said, yay, after several years, I finally caught Rachel near enough to my birthday, which was yesterday, that I hope to get a birthday song.
Oh, absolutely. Are you ready?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. And many more, so many more. I literally was so excited about Mary's birthday. I almost just flipped my drink across the room. So excited. Love Mary so much. I'm telling you, that woman gets younger by the year. Her birthdays actually go in opposite because I feel like every year we chat, she shares things. She's on a new adventure.
Yep.
I love it.
Okay, Sherry had a question. Said, my husband is worried about using electrolytes due to having a history of congenitive heart failure, does he need them on keto? Now, let's just remind everybody, we are not doctors, nurses, or health professionals.
I mean, look at my hat.
We are two people who lost well over 100 pounds on the keto lifestyle. We've maintained that weight loss for the last 5 or 6 years. And everything that we talk about is based on our personal experience and what we have learned through our coaching courses and from talking to people who are doctors, nurses, and health professionals. And my personal opinion is, yes, he needs to take electrolytes. It's not something that I would personally worry about if it were me, because when you're on keto, your body doesn't store electrolytes like when you are eating the standard American diet and a whole bunch of carbohydrates, because you don't have the glycogen stores, so you have to constantly replenish the electrolytes. So you go through them a lot quicker. Also, I know the biggest problem he might be worried about is sodium, because for some reason people wrongly believe that sodium causes high blood pressure.
Right.
But more often than not, high blood pressure is low sodium. I highly recommend you read the book, The Salt Fix.
I think everybody should read that
And
book.
also Dr. Barry's got several videos on it. But the biggest thing you want to do is make sure he's salting his food, and just if he's got muscle cramps, make sure he's taking enough electrolytes. If he's doing fine without them, you could try, but most likely if you're really doing a ketogenic diet properly, you're going to find you're low on potassium and stuff. But I would follow up with your doctors as far as blood work, things like that.
And when it comes to salting your food, we highly recommend Redmond salt. A lot of the old salt that we used to actually purchase
got sugar in it.
actually has sugar in that. Did you know that? But I mean, it's
the girl
crazy.
with the umbrella, there's dextrose in some of those. Mary said, "I hope you have an early flight out tomorrow." Yes, 5:50 in the morning.
So we are grandparent age now, which means that we like to be early. I don't like to worry about it. I don't like to freak.
Just want a nonstop.
Yes,
That's what I want.
That is Joe's dream.
I like nonstops. So if I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning,
everybody does. No.
Then and to get my nonstop, I'm getting my nonstop. We're going out to Utah in a month, right? No, less than a month.
Yeah.
We're going out to Utah for a week, and it's funny, for Utah from Fort Lauderdale, there is one flight nonstop in each direction.
You better be on it.
So the one going out is at like 6 in the morning, and the one coming home leaves at midnight. So guess when we're flying? Because I only want to be on a nonstop if I can. Unfortunately, there's no nonstop going to Omaha, because we're going to Omaha in a couple weeks.
Who's going
late. To the Omaha conference called Hard to Kill? We're actually speaking.
We're speaking for the first time ever.
We're super excited about that conference.
So, and I believe there's still tickets to Antithetic Baltimore. So if you are in the Baltimore area this weekend, let's hang out. Let's see one another. Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a great time. Before we get too far into the chat, I did want to give a shout out to Melody Varner, who sent me the most gorgeous dress. I can't wait to show you guys. It's super, super cute. I actually modeled it for Joe. It's such a fun dress. Really, thank you so much for sending that. And then also this adorable car freshie. Butterflies are my thing. I love butterflies. And these beautiful earrings. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And also, my mom, who just recently had a birthday, her and my youngest nephew have been at the Orlando theme parks this past week. And she said, please share with everybody remind them that you have a suntan lotion or sunscreen lotion recipe. She took our sunscreen with her. She has been rubbing it. Where she tends to really get burnt is her feet and the bottom. Like, she'll wear like pedal pushers or like capri pants. And she usually gets burnt there. And she also gets a heat rash. I don't know if you ever have walked and gotten
sun through my hat today.
The heat rash. And she said she has not gotten any heat rash. This is the first time that she's gone to a park and she hasn't got sunburnt on her legs or feet and no heat rash.
Evan Feelgood said, I'm happy to announce I have a new job. I'm starting work in a private practice next month, getting close to my final dream of being able to open my own practice.
Oh, how wonderful. Congratulations.
Lynette said, Two Crazy Ketos, if I lived there, I would take you at 3 a.m. because I'll be up at that time anyway. Yeah, I know
I love you. You are such a blessing, Lynette.
Jamie said, I'm not convinced 3 a.m. is a real time.
Right. I'm going to need to see it. I will definitely have to set an alarm for it. I don't plan on going to bed tonight.
Yes, you will.
But I probably will nod off. So I have to put an alarm on. I have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
Ola said,
Hey,
a friend
Ola.
invited me on a hike, but the wake-up call was 2:30 a.m. I said no.
I would love to spend time with you. Well,
Mimi is going.
Okay.
MJ is going.
Oh, good. Now, why are they hiking at 2:30? Is it that you have to drive someplace at 2:30, or are you doing like a hike with flashlights? That might be interesting.
I don't know. Cher said I'm going to be at the Orlando conference.
Yay!
And,
I love it.
Karen is going to see us in 2 weeks. I believe she's going to be
Omaha.
in Omaha.
I love it.
Keto Simple said Uber cheaper than parking. So that's the funny thing. I looked it up. Lyft is actually cheaper than Uber by us. And Lyft, I get Delta points. And I also get a discount through my American Express card. And Lyft
It's all about the strategy.
was $48.
But one way?
One way.
Okay.
And then we could have had Anthony pick us up on Sunday. But I can park my car at the airport, not like a park and ride, because I'm not doing that at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you got to get on the tram and all that stuff. But I can park at the airport in the garage directly across from Southwest on one of the upper decks, and it's $15 a day. So since we're leaving on Friday and we're coming home Sunday, it's going to be like less than $45 because we're not there all day on Sunday.
Right.
So it's literally the same price as taking a Lyft, so I might as well just
use your own car.
Drive my own car.
Why not?
And then I don't have to rely on. The last time we took a Lyft to the airport, the guy yelled at me because he said I broke his car.
Well, remember I had to hold my suitcase in my lap because he didn't want it touching his seat.
Yeah, so I didn't break his car. He would not load our suitcases in the trunk. He said, put the suitcases in the trunk yourself. And then when I went to close the trunk, he's like, oh, no, you can't close it yet because I got to move something. And he's like, my car is broken now. And then he said, nothing is allowed to sit on the seat. Rachel had her bag and put it on the seat. He's like, I don't want anything touching my seat.
Do you know how heavy my bags are?
And then he didn't want to pay the tolls. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it took an extra 45 minutes to get there, which I don't understand.
And it was fine.
It was $1 toll.
Well, and I don't understand why we were being so careful. It was like a 1989 Reliant K.
Oh, that had no shocks.
No. It was like, we were like, my friend had a car like that when we were growing up, teenagers. It was like happy memories.
So, honestly, if I can avoid it, I will. Shell,
hey,
thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Said I love you guys. Thanks for the Amazon deals and
balls
for Rachel. Yeah, did everybody get good stuff on Amazon?
Let us know what you got. What was the deal?
We may or may not have bought about 8, 9, maybe even 10 cases of Celsius.
And
because they had the stevia Celsius, which is very difficult to find, and I actually like it. And the certain flavors of Celsius were like $14 a case for a case of 12. That's just over $1 a can. By us, Celsius is $3 a can. On sale, $2.
I know is that it looked like a toddler took over our Amazon Prime.
Possibly.
Because there is nothing but toys coming to this house.
They were like 60% off.
Did Peyton get a hold of our phones?
No. Possibly Opa.
Opa went
I got a
Fisher
Price house and a matching car that when you drive the car...
When she drives her ride-on toy up
it's like a ride-on. When you pull the ride-on car up, the car talks to the house, and the house says, welcome home. And it's like one of those state...
What is this, like Terminator?
But...
Terminator 2 for babies?
It was like 70% off the retail price.
Couldn't pass it up.
No, could not pass it up. Christmas is set for Peyton. She's not going to know what she's getting, but she is set.
Just save the box. We got her...
Oh my gosh.
We got her a toy set of they had the plastic toy, hard toys, like some Disney characters in it. She just wants the lid. She really just wants the lid of that toy. And she's like playing with, Michelle sent me pictures, playing with my favorite toy. It's just the lid. Only the lid.
Andy said new grandbaby yesterday. Does that count as a birthday?
Yes, it does. Congratulations. Welcome to the world, precious new baby.
Beth said, thank you, Joe and Rachel, for helping us back to life. Randy is now walking, and I will pass what
Yay!
my doctor gave me is the last
Yes.
year. I'm going to be
Yes,
my
you
birthday
are.
is tomorrow, and Randy's
Oh,
is
let
Saturday.
us rejoice. Yes, I'm so excited. Beth and Randy, what an inspiration. Let's sing happy birthday to both of those kiddos. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Beth and Randy. Happy birthday to you and many more. So many more, Miss Beth. We are going to beat this. I'm so excited.
Lynn wants to know, do you have a plan B?
A plan B.
My neighbors were going to...
Alabama?
I don't know.
Alabama?
Let's see.
I don't have a plan B. There's only go to Baltimore. That's it. That's my whole plan.
Carrie has that book, The Salt Fix. Yeah, it's a great book. I highly
Just
recommend
Jason
that
Keto.
book.
Hello, young man. How are you?
Beth, thank you very much for the $19.99 super chat.
We'll hug you in Orlando. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so exciting. Yes.
Oh, good. Jamie said a lot of public libraries have the Salt Fix audio version for free.
Let me tell you, I do not have my phone with me. If somebody has the app, there is an app that a lot of the local library systems utilize. Again, I don't have my phone by me. I will remember it to look it up later. But you don't even have to go into the library. You have your library card and you have...
What is a library?
I love a library. But you can order your books on an Audible resource through the library, and there is all kinds of books. I'm currently reading 3 different books right now, because they have them through the library system. So it's a great service. So, definitely, before you purchase a book, check and see, does your local library have it? Because how awesome. You know what is better than an Amazon Prime deal on a book? Getting a book for free at the library. It's awesome. I love that.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Lynn was going to Alaska, got a call at 1:45 and was told their flight was canceled.
Oh, no available
flight
crew. Oh, my gracious. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Evangeline wants to know, during beef, butter, bacon, is it acceptable to drink Element? Okay.
Totally up to you.
I'm going to give you...
Dr. Barry's going to say no.
I'm going to give you the answer that is correct, and then I'm going to tell you what you should do.
There you go. So
the correct answer is no, it is not. Beef, butter, bacon, egg is exactly that. What the foods that you are allowed to eat on beef, butter, bacon, egg. We have a lot of videos. We vlogged everything we ate for 45 days. We've had 4 interviews with Dr. Barry about it. We reviewed our labs from it. He laid the whole thing out when we really first started talking, and everybody first started talking about it more than 2 years ago. So beef, butter, bacon, egg, what you're allowed to have on it is beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Beef is any type of ruminant animal. Butter is obviously butter, ghee, anything, ghee or clarified butter. Bacon is bacon, pork belly. The pork thing itself, so he kind of said bacon isn't the greatest food either. Neither is pork belly.
It's not a ruminant animal.
It's not a ruminant animal, and most of us are not buying pasture-raised pork. The problem with other forms of pork is it's not very fatty, it's very lean, and you're supposed to be eating very fatty cuts of meat on beef, butter, bacon, egg.
Right.
With that being said, the first time we did it and we talked to him, and he said you can have it, but limit other types of pork. And then he kind of tightened it up and said you really should restrict it to bacon because bacon is much fattier. But you need to be leaning on ruminant animals. And then obviously eggs, which is any kind of eggs. You can have 1 coffee experience a day. And a coffee experience would be coffee 1 time.
And not sweetener.
No sweeteners
creamer.
at all. What can you put in your coffee? You can put butter and eggs.
Yeah.
Now, you can't take one coffee, a cup of coffee, and drink it for 7 hours. That's not a coffee experience. Because he said the reason that you were limited to 1 cup of coffee or 1 coffee experience is because many of us will drink the coffee
to avoid eating.
To avoid eating, to satiate our hunger.
Same thing with soda.
And the purpose of beef, butter, bacon, egg is to get in touch with your and it's one of the purposes, to really get in touch with your hunger hormones. But no sweeteners at all. You can have mustard and very limited spices. I tell people, limit yourself to Redmond seasonings. Anything on Redmond seasonings is going to be good.
Super
Salt,
safe.
pepper, Redmond seasonings. Other than that, everything else is off limits. Now, I did beef butter bacon egg the first time during football season, 100-degree temperatures, and I said to him, can I have flavored electrolytes? And he said, Joe, you're an adult man. You can do whatever you want. What I would tell you to do is...
There's unflavored element.
There is unflavored. There's
unflavored
keto chow electrolytes.
Redmond.
Yep. What I would tell you to do is try to do it without a flavored electrolyte.
Yeah.
Without stevia.
There's also tablets.
Yep.
Like Keto Chow has them, Redmond has them, capsules.
Yeah.
That's so that now getting your electrolytes in is still important.
That was what I was going to say. So you should do it without it. If you are doing beef, butter, bacon, and egg, and the only possible way you can get your electrolytes in, or the only thing that is stopping you from doing beef, butter, bacon, and egg, is having your flavored electrolytes, then have your flavored electrolytes.
But drink them with a
But
meal.
only consume them when you're actually eating a meal. Don't have them in between meals. Don't drink them because, hey, I want to have something and I don't want to eat. That's a bad idea. You're going to have something called the cephalic insulin response. So drink that flavored electrolyte. If you are going to do it only when you're actually having a meal, when you're already having an insulin response.
Yeah.
But you should have tried to not do it. Okay? Jude just said, where are we flying to? I want to come see my kids' music performance and I'll drive you.
Oh, you're sweet.
I don't remember which. We actually are we have a couple of things that we're going to do on Friday.
Right.
When we get there.
When we first get there. But you're so sweet.
So we're going to do that. And then we have to be at the hotel at like 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I know check-in's in at like 3 o'clock or like registration.
It's pretty early tomorrow.
And Denise said, my husband has been on a ketovore, basically
wow,
carnivore, since I got back from
that's
KinoCon.
so awesome.
He has lost over 30 pounds, weighs less than I do, and is sleeping better and got blood pressure medicine.
I am so proud of him,
too.
Way to go. What a blessing. That is absolutely incredible. Way to go.
Andy, I need more fat. I don't know how to add it. Eat fatty meat. He said sardines. Sardines adds protein too. I would say if you just need to get more fat, butter is your friend. Just butter everything. Slather your steak with butter. Put butter on your eggs. Eat a tablespoon of butter. I think frozen butter. Take some butter, cut it up into like tablespoon little pieces. Put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
And just eat it as a little piece. Like just like
it's
with
delicious.
dinner, grab a piece of frozen butter and eat it. If you saw like when we went to Animal Kingdom and we were at that restaurant, I get the little balls.
Butter
and I
balls.
just sit there and I eat them. When
Balls.
we go out to Texas Day, Brazil, Michelle and I both, hey, can we have a bowl of butter?
It is amazing. Just one pat of butter is like 100 calories.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's all fat. It's not hard to up that fat quickly with fat like that.
Mary said I got a picanha first once, so I Googled how to cook in the oven and your video came up.
Ah,
I'll post a pic on Facebook. It was just freaking amazing.
that
Thank you.
is so awesome. I am so glad that you treated yourself to that.
Mama Cat said, hello, my two favorite ketos.
Hey.
I'm struggling. I've been eating low carb, usually 45 or fewer carbs a day, often from nuts. I just need to find my best version of keto and stick to it. Any suggestions? You got to drop the nuts.
I think you've asked and answered your question.
Okay, here's the problem with nuts. First of all, nuts are high in oxalates. Nuts can definitely cause some inflammation in a lot of people. That's one of the reasons that a lot of people are even avoiding almond flour. It's one of the reasons that we are really working on a lot of different recipes that don't include almond flour. We have a great video coming out tomorrow, so you're definitely going to want to be subscribed to the channel and make sure you hit that bell button so that you are notified when that video goes live. Just not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to tell you it's a really good one, and it kind of revolves around almond flours and stuff.
Yeah.
But 45 carbs, you're eating nuts. I don't even know what kind of nuts. The problem with nuts is not only do they have carbs in them and they cause inflammation and they can have oxalates, if you're eating the right nuts, and the best
like
nuts
macadamia.
on keto are the best nuts in order
Peely.
on keto. Peely nuts, which are ridiculously expensive. We
They're
stopped buying them because
so
I can't afford them.
Good though.
Macadamia nuts, Brazil nuts. Those are the best 3 nuts to eat. They're the lowest carb, highest fat. Then you've got pecans and almonds. Peanuts, not a great option on there. First of all, peanuts are really high in pesticides. It's one of the reasons a lot of people are allergic to peanuts, even though they're not really a nut, they're a legume. Pistachios, if you're going to use pistachios, the only way you should be doing is them in the shell because you're going to overeat them and they're higher in sugar. And honestly, as much as I love them, cashews really are not a very keto-friendly thing because they're very high in carbs and sugar. And so that's kind of like way down on the bottom of the list. Walnuts aren't bad.
But
Chris would tell you walnuts are the greatest nut
exactly
ever.
what you said is a thing.
But high in fat.
They're high in fat.
So you're
those
going to eat
3
a serving.
all-stars are very high in fat.
Like 4 Brazil nuts is like 200 calories, and it's almost all fat.
Who is eating 4 nuts?
Right.
I am never eating 4 nuts. 4 nuts is never a thing.
If an average size of macadamia nuts is like 13, and I think that's like 230 calories if you eat 13 macadamia nuts.
Yeah.
And it's almost all fat. So if you're eating that many nuts, it sounds like if you're eating 45 carbs of nuts, you're eating probably 2 or 3 or 4 servings of nuts, which isn't even close to 45 carbs. You're probably eating 600 to 800 calories a day in nuts.
Yeah.
Just gives you an idea. Again, almost all fat. And 45 is way too high. You need to be down below 20.
I have actually taken a break from nut butters for the month of July. That is like what I'm personally doing because I think about that. Think about nut butters. They are the fruit smoothies of the nut family, right? Because
But who's doing one serving?
How many nuts it makes a spoonful of nut butter, right? Like a lot. So yeah, I'm taking a little break from nut butter but that is my treat of choice. It really is.
And there's another recipe video that we are filming. It's actually going to be in a vlog this weekend, but the actual recipe video we're doing next week. And I'm so hesitant to put that other one out because no one's going to stick to a serving. You don't stick to a serving.
It's delicious.
But if you don't stick to a serving, you're going to derail it is super keto friendly. But it's keto friendly if you do a serving. But if you do 2 servings or 3 servings, you're going to completely derail your whole journey.
Gosh, you're scaring me. And now I don't want to even see the video, Joe.
But that's why it's one of the reasons we're always hesitant on doing dessert videos.
Yeah.
Because
we only want people to be successful.
If you eat a dessert every day, chances are eventually you're going to struggle on keto and you're going to hit a stall.
Yeah.
And so we always want people to be successful. So I know we could have 1 million subscribers if every video was how to make keto bread and keto desserts.
Right.
But that's not the best thing for your keto journey.
So we're cooking a lot of meat.
Yeah. Defensewood said, I'm usually up finishing my YouTube watch list at 3 a.m. Anyone need me to call them for a wake-up call?
Thanks so much. Probably. Yeah, I'm going to set like my phone and Alexa or Siri and like all the things.
Frankie said, I have to pay a service to call me if I have an early flight like that, or I don't get to sleep because I worry about sleeping through the alarm.
I totally get that. Like, I'm super paranoid about it.
Brandon said, did you guys say you have a sunscreen recipe? Yes, we do.
We do. It is, if you just look up 2 Crazy Ketos and sunscreen, it'll probably come up.
Let me see if I can find it.
Alyssa and John said, I could eat my whole fat nutrition needs in butter. I could too. I absolutely, either that or mayonnaise. I love, like the butter mayonnaise. Oh my gracious. I could just eat a gob of it.
Here is the sunscreen recipe. That's the video on how to make sunscreen.
Yeah, it's super easy and it just works great.
Yeah. Has anybody else ever gone down a rabbit hole on YouTube? Like, so
yes,
we all of a sudden we're subscribed to like 10 different cruising things. I don't know why.
Yes.
So there was a cruise.
And also toddler board books.
That recently went out, and I forget the island. It's like this little tiny island. And it happened to coincide when this culture once a year goes out and hunts dolphins, like porpoises, for food. It's completely legal. It is their food. It's like
Right.
Eskimos kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're pilot whale kind of things. And they do it once a year. And it coincided when this cruise ship was in the area and 3,000 passengers watched this group
Like eat dolphins, like or catch them.
kill like over 50 of them.
Oh, wow.
Like, think about it. You go on a cruise
Yeah.
to see dolphins and whales and everything
And they're
else, and you happen to come into port.
But this is what they eat.
Yeah, they're not like killing for sports. It's not like they're making shark fin soup and that kind of
No, they're eating the whole
It is part
thing.
of their culture. Once a year they go out and they hunt them, and it's a big thing for their culture.
Oh my gosh, but you just happen to pull up.
I feel like that cruise line could have timed that better.
Wrong day. Well, it's like, I know that a lot of people
And
love...
it's once a year.
They love
Like, don't cruise to that area at that time.
soup, and you just swam with like a turtle that was longer than you.
turtles,
A
yeah.
sea turtle that was longer than you. But if you imagine if you saw somebody like trying to pull a sea turtle out, like
Well, they're protected.
you'd be so sad though.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be so sad because that's like one of our favorite animals to swim with. How'd we get here? Talk about a rabbit hole.
Andy said, I am fasting until 3 p.m. and then eating OMAD one meal before 6 p.m. That
Great
is
idea.
cool. S.C. Bradley said, I have to work tomorrow for 4 hours before making a 4-hour drive to the Antithetic conference.
Wow, my gracious. Thank you for like that extra work that you're doing to be there.
Okay, so 24 CIF, dumb question alert.
No dumb question.
Does Element break a fast? It depends on how clean of a fast you want.
Right.
Technically, anything other than water breaks the fast,
Yes.
including
Coffee.
Including
Coffee does. I know it.
So the cleanest fast you can have would be a water fast. So water, and when I say a water fast, water and salt, okay, or Keto Child electrolyte drops, or any of the unflavored electrolytes. Technically, that's what you should be having if you're having a fast. The only problem with Element is you are introducing natural flavors.
Mm-hmm.
There are carbs in them. There's 2 or 3 carbs per every serving of Element. And you're introducing a sweetener, which can also affect your fast in the fact that
It's gonna make you
may
hungry.
Want something.
Yeah, it's going to make it harder.
And some people, and there's no way of knowing if you suffer from this, suffer from the cephalic insulin response, which is when you taste something sweet. For some people, they say even think about something sweet. Your body releases just a little bit of insulin to deal with the anticipation of getting that sweet thing. And then when it realizes it didn't get the sugar,
Or like, oh, okay.
then it's like, okay, I don't need to. But again, there's no way of knowing. Again, if you're doing a fast and the only thing you're having is Element and you're feeling good and it's not making you want to eat.
You're not fighting yourself to stay on the fast.
And not having the Element would make you not want to fast, then have the Element. Don't listen to the people who are like, if you're not doing it this way, then don't do it at all. That's silly.
Let's not pick pepper out of poop.
Yeah.
How about that?
You like that saying?
I do. I think it applies. I can get it. It like when I realize when I get spirally into too tough on myself and I get myself mopped into a corner where there's no way that I can sustain this, then I have to say, am I picking pepper out of poop?
Now, I will say this. If you cannot go without Element or without coffee or without soda
For an hour or
or
two.
without gum
Yeah.
for 2 or 3 days, then it's time to fast that thing for 2 or 3 days.
Like literally
Do
eat
not
other
let
things.
anything control you.
Right.
Rachel will tell you she's had as much as 2 pots of coffee in a day, and when she gets to that point and she's like, I can't function without
We
coffee
gotta back
ever,
up.
she's like, okay, I'm going to go a couple days with no coffee just so that coffee no longer controls her.
Yeah.
So if you've gotten to the point where you're drinking it all day long and you're not drinking it for electrolytes, you're drinking it because you want that sweet taste and I've got to have it, take a break from it for a couple of days.
It's kind of like when you're dealing with a child and you notice they're having just like a toddler meltdown on the regular every single time that even the proposition is made that they don't get their own way. You kind of know we need to deal with this. This is not going to get better on its own. If I do not deal with this behavior, I'm going to be dealing with this behavior forever. So if you find that the proposition of you going without an ingredient, fill in that blank, everybody has a different one, puts you into a toddler fit, then let's deal with that behavior because it's larger than the ingredient. And now it is no longer just like, hey, it's no problem. It's clearly a problem. Clearly.
JC said, hey, Rachel and Joe, my birthday is tomorrow at 71. And while I really want to hear Rachel hear the birthday song, I want to hear Rachel say, cacao.
Oh, okay.
And put your pants on.
Oh, okay.
She cracks me up.
All right. So, okay, well, let's sing happy birthday. So, or you want me to say, put your top on and cacao. You know what I have not said in a long time is dang. Who was around?
Still around.
It was around when we were eating more dang than mom's nuts. We're so ready. Ready?
Are you done?
So it's JC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear JC. Happy birthday to you and many more. So many more.
Sarah got the grapefruit Celsius. I really like the grapefruit Celsius. I did not buy the grapefruit Celsius.
I lost a shoe.
That one was not on sale by us for some reason.
I lost a shoe.
Paul said I got a Sonicare toothbrush. Heads up. Yep, I went crazy.
Yum! I love that.
Matthew
is that what your brand is?
I have the Oral B. I go back and always go back and forth, and it's everyone's like they're almost
Remind me, I
identical.
gotta pack our toothbrush.
Matthew got a 3D printer filament from Amazon.
Ooh, nice.
Jamie said I live near the Amazon, but I don't have Amazon.
Irony. Probably the safest thing possible, right? You're not gonna overspend.
Kathy, all I got was bike shorts to wear under my dress.
I absolutely love those.
Sarah got an in-body scale for $280, normally $349.
Wow, that is a good deal.
Lynette bought new dining room chairs.
Oh, I actually got to see a picture of Lynette's dining room chairs, and they are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Dustin got a countertop ice maker. We have a Samsung fridge class action lawsuit on their ice.
Oh,
yes, I
really?
remember when we were buying our ice machine, and they said what
yeah.
happens is it's pitched wrong,
yeah,
and so it becomes a big block of ice. And then I was going back and forth on buying the Opal maker. So the Opal one, remember the church used to have the Opal ice maker? It's like the little,
yeah.
And it was the older model was like 60-something% off. And I was going back and forth, and I'm like, I have no more room on my countertop for that. And then I'm just going to yell because it's going to be on all the time.
It will be on all
the
the
time. And my
time.
electric bill is already ridiculous that I'm this close to turning off the air conditioner.
We are literally turning off anything other than the
heating blanket?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to have the air conditioner. I'm going to turn off your computer.
I've been turning off the computer.
Like all of it.
I know.
I'm going to find something that would set the hair on Joe, and that's what we're turning off.
Mama Cat got an ice cream maker, a book and markers for her classroom, a new fridge filter, and NOLA bars.
Yum! Yeah, there was quite a few different food items that were reasonably priced on Amazon.
Jason didn't buy anything, but his better half did manage to buy some things that I now will have to build and install.
That sounds about right.
And he bought a pack and play for my coming.
Oh.
I was looking at car seats for Peyton so that we have
They ain't the price we paid.
When did car seats become $200 at 40% off?
We gonna have to just harvest it out of their
my kids,
car.
The whole stroller setup with the car seat wasn't $200.
These
and
babies,
I had the good ones.
The babies are costing more money these days.
Jim said it wasn't a Prime Day sale, but I got a cheese making kit. I'm stupid excited for it. I've had them.
Awesome.
They are so much fun.
They are
to play
fun.
With. Shauna said Joe wants to drive the car. You just know it's it's not even a car. It's like one of those things where they put their feet over where they can stand up and you can push it on the back, but then it's just cool.
He does want to ride it.
Shell said I got Celsius Signature Paper White Bundle, a Ninja Creamy and Gatorade Bundle for my dad.
How
That's
nice. Awesome. Coffee. Sheena got coffee. Purple Lemon. Oops, scooch up a little bit. Debbie bought some early birthday gifts for my son. Got some stuff that I buy all the time, but for less money, and got myself workout gloves and an ice maker cheaper than paying to hook up the fridge one. That is awesome.
Beth said we got the SodaStream adapter, an Alexa Dot, and a push button lock for our door.
Fun shopping.
Good. Funny thing you mentioned the SodaStream. I think you put a post up.
I did.
So the SodaStream they have a new model, and the old model took blue bottles. The new model takes pink bottles. And it's got a quick release adapter, and so you couldn't make the hack with the new machines. Somebody came out with an adapter hose for the new machines. So we did order the new machine and the adapter hose, which I saw the adapter hose came.
It did.
And so when we get home from Baltimore, we will make a video on how to hack the new SodaStream so that instead of paying $30 for that bottle to fill up for
you can
seltzer
make
water,
your own San Pellegrino
these
at
bottles
home.
cost you like 3 cents to make this much San Pellegrino.
And I'm telling you, we put the baby berries, the daily mineral drops from Keto Chow that Dr. Berry helped design. We put that into our seltzer water. It really does taste like San Pellegrino. And if you've ever done a straight shot of those mineral drops, they're horrifying. But in the water, not so bad.
Mary got a bunch of Kindle books, and I'm having trouble reading them. There's just something about a book in your hand.
I agree.
So we read a book together every day, where we read a chapter from a book every day, and we've always only had books. But the last 2 books, I just bought the digital version on iBooks.
But your iPad is very large.
I have the big iPad Pro, but there's something about, having that book is nice, but also I don't need my glasses to read my iPad because I can just make the font bigger.
Big letters.
And also, how many times have we traveled and we left our book at home?
Right, but you never leave your iPad.
So I have my iPad or my phone. So as much as I would rather have the book, it is nice. It's convenient having the iPad. I'm always going to have that.
I am bringing a book along with me for the trip, because I love having a book. I've always got a book on me.
Carrie wants to know why I need a coffee. Because I like coffee.
What is it?
And personally, Carrie said, why would I need a coffee? I said, because I like coffee. Yeah. And honestly, there are a lot of health benefits to caffeine. Yeah. So
don't yuck my yum.
Coffee. Dustin said, that's the truth. We're adults. We're all sold the bill of goods about this whole adult thing.
That is absolutely accurate.
I watched Anthony. It's just really the last 2 minutes of this particular episode. Anthony showed me the last 2 minutes of an episode of South Park.
Oh, Lord.
Before, the whole beginning was not clean language, but the last 2 minutes was hysterical. And it was season 23, I think, episode 4, and basically what's happening...
It's naughty.
No, not the last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes was truth. And basically this guy, they're taking away the school cafeteria lunches, and instead of giving them meat, they're giving them Impossible Burger kind of food.
Right.
And he goes on a rant. He was like, hey, I thought you were trying to make me eat healthy. Turns out you just want me to eat garbage. We were eating garbage and we're still eating garbage. Yeah. And I was just cracking up.
I know. It's like, I thought that
it was basically making fun of Impossible Burger.
Yeah, he was like, I thought that you were trying to force me to stop eating overly processed garbage food. But it turns out that we're on the same page. You're just giving me new overly processed garbage food. So
that's not good for me.
That's not good for me. So I'm on board.
JC, I'm going to Texas State Brazil tomorrow for the first time. Do they just give you meat, or can you get a vegetable without having to buy the salad bar?
It's included.
So
the salad bar is included.
Texas State Brazil does not have an a la carte menu.
Yeah.
Well, they do, but you have to buy either the salad bar or the salad bar and meat.
Yeah.
There's no meat, no salad bar. It's either salad bar only and no meat, or salad bar and meat.
Right.
Some people can do okay with the salad bar and no meat, because especially if you're not like a keto person, because there's a lot of stuff on there. There's shrimp and salmon and lunch meats like salamis and cheeses.
Really nice cheeses.
But
prosciutto.
But if you and it's like I think it's like a $15 difference. So if you want any vegetables, the only vegetables are whatever's on the salad bar. I will tell you, out of all of the Brazilian steakhouses, I think Texas State Brazil has the best bar with the most amount of options of vegetables.
Yeah.
There's usually asparagus. There's some cauliflower. There's usually a lot of stuff up there. They will come around to your table and offer you like plantains.
It's all mashed potatoes, French fries, and bread.
Just tell them you don't want that stuff at your table if you don't want it at your table. The only thing that is extra is drinks
and
desserts.
Yeah.
If you go to Fogo de Chao, like people ask us like, what's the difference? Fogo de Chao is here. Texas State Brazil is here. Fogo de Chao is supposedly a little bit classier. I don't think it's worth the extra money. If it was the only one that I had, that's where I would go. But they have premium cuts that are extra meat, that are extra cost there. They don't have that at Texas State.
You really don't need it.
Yeah.
You really don't need it. There's so much meat, and it just keeps coming around, and you tell them, like, do you like medium well, like, how do you like your food? And they bring around the meat based on that. And you can tell them right then, hey, these are my favorite cuts of meat, and they will bring more of that. That you can say, hey, I definitely want, chicken, or I don't want pork, or whatever you say. They're very accommodating.
Patty said, does lemon water cause an insulin response? Can you drink it throughout the day? It depends on how much lemon you're putting in there.
Yeah.
It really, it's not that it's, if you're putting a little lemon wedge in there.
Yeah.
There's like a carb in it, but am I going to worry about it? No. If that's getting you to drink some water and make sure that, again, hydration isn't just water. Hydration is electrolytes too. If you're drinking a whole bunch of water, like a lot of water, like a gallon of water a day, and never having any kind of electrolyte of any source, you're diluting your electrolytes that you have. You're peeing out your electrolytes and you're not replacing them. So make sure, drink when you're thirsty. There's no thing that says, well, you need to drink, your half of your body weight in ounces of water. That's nonsense.
Right.
Dr. Berry's got several videos about that. Let's see. I don't like not being able to have the regular thing. I can't
know.
See it.
We're doing our best, Joe.
Alyssa and John said egg life wraps can help with protein macros. Yep.
They sure can.
And, again, carnivore chips. So, hey, we have an affiliate code for Carnivore Crisp. We really like Carnivore Crisp, but you can make your own at a fraction of the cost. A fraction
totally
of the cost.
Worth making it.
I brought today to work with me, I brought like a big 3-ounce, 4-ounce bag of carnivore chips that I made myself. And all it was like, I don't know, one of our roasts from our cow. Slice it thin, dehydrate it for 4 hours. It's like a potato chip, but it's beef. And I'm eating it, and Anthony starts eating it as well. And he's like, I'm trying to get my protein. I'm like, well, this is how you do it. If you get filled up on protein quickly, eating 3 ounces of carnivore chips or carnivore crisps or any of those, eating 3 ounces of that is like eating 9 ounces of beef.
And it is like,
that's how you're getting 9 ounces of beef worth of protein, but it's only 3 ounces, and anybody can eat that. If you can eat a tiny bag of pork rinds, you can eat 3 ounces of that.
That is how my mom, when she made the decision, I am going to up my protein, that's how she did it. Because it was just like the quickest, easiest, fastest way to just start getting in more protein without having to have a lot of volume.
Amanda said, I developed a big sensitivity to almonds. I was incredibly sick for a couple of days. I don't need the carbs and the oxalates anyway.
It's not a necessary thing. It's just it's delightful and crunchy.
Mama Cat said, I have either macadamias or pistachios, which are high in carbs. Yeah, pistachios are high in carbs. If you're going to eat pistachios, make sure you get the ones in the shell because it'll take you longer to eat them.
Right.
Or you have to keep breaking open the shell. Juju said, Fogo de Chao is superior to Texas State Brazil, but
TDB is Texas State Brazil is far more affordable.
Can't go wrong with either place.
Also, Rodizio is another one.
Fogo de Chao is about $8 to $10 more than Texas State Brazil. I don't think it's $8 to $10 more per person better, and I think Texas State Brazil has the better salad bar.
Jamie says stop coming for her
I know.
cashews.
Hey, I love
We love
cashews.
them too.
And the thing about cashews is you can get them almost anywhere. You know, it's hard to find macadamia nuts, but go to Walgreens, CVS, all those places. What do you see? Cashews.
I'll tell you.
Gas stations, cashews.
Matthew says haven't gone to Fogo yet. I'll tell you when we were really going was when we were in Las Vegas,
Right.
because it was the only one that was in close proximity to where we were staying, and we found.
Then we found that other one.
But we found that it was cheaper to go to a Brazilian steakhouse than to eat anywhere in Las Vegas.
Mama Cat said, thank you for telling me what I needed to hear. I really do appreciate you.
Aww.
You two are incredible humans, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Mama Cat.
Amanda said, I have no nut control.
Me neither. I'm nuts. I mean, are you surprised? Are you surprised that I'm nuts for nuts?
Alyssa and John
I'm
said,
nuts.
if egg wraps are too pricey, make your own 3 large egg whites, a little less than a half a cup, pan about 375 degrees, a few minutes on each side, and a tablespoon of beef gelatin. Yeah, Neely has a great recipe for that. Lori said cashews reminded me of the taste of graham crackers when I ate them, not keto for
That
me.
it's really good for you to know about yourself. And again, if you're going to consume nuts, I love them. It is definitely a treat for me that I really, really enjoy. I have to eat them with a meal because they are something that can absolutely replace like popcorn while you're watching a movie. You could just I could eat an entire canister of any type of nuts you hand me while watching something. And I don't want to go back to that life. And I don't want to graze through the day. So don't have like a canister out. This is one of those things where in order to manage it, go ahead and pay the extra money to get single serve containers of those things.
Well, Juju said I had to buy the tiny
helps.
individual expensive foil packs of macadamia nuts,
Yes.
the Maui onion flavor, to keep myself in check. So good, but way too easy to overindulge. And Shauna said an open nut package is an empty nut package no matter how big.
That's exactly right. And I'm talking an empty one if we buy the package from Costco, friend. If we buy a Costco sized bag of nuts, I can absolutely no problem polish it off. If you give me that much beef, I can't polish it off. No. That tells us something. There's enough carbs in it that there is no shutoff valve for it. There is a shutoff valve for chicken wings. There's a shutoff valve for beef. There's a shutoff valve for canned chicken, but there is not a shutoff valve for nuts.
Exposing Darkness said, what's the name of the cereal you like? Sundays?
Seven Sundays.
Just be aware, I never recommend it as a cereal. A serving size is like a third of a cup.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a cereal. It's an ice cream topper, a yogurt topper.
It's a mix-in.
It's a mix-in. It's not.
To make it
honestly, let's be honest. If you look at the serving size, I remember like when I became a young adult and I was in college. Cute. And as a kid, we were never allowed to have sugared cereals.
No,
it was
us
like
either.
The closest we can have to sugared cereals was Life. That was it.
We had generic like toasty oats.
But for the most part, it
cost money for cereal.
Rice Krispies, Corn Flakes. That was the healthy option.
Yeah.
The only time we got the sugared cereals was when we went camping. They would my parents would buy us the little boxes, the assorted box, and then of course my sister and I fought over like the 4 boxes of like Cocoa Puffs that were in there, and then nobody wanted to eat the cornflakes. Unless you had a whole bunch of sugar.
When we had a treat, we even got the generic brand of those things. It was like we had Frosted Floofs. They're mediocre.
Well, here's the thing.
Instead of great.
I remember when I was in college and I started buying like, all Fruity Pebbles for myself going, they said this is not good for me, but look, it's the same amount of calories as Corn Flakes. Well, go look at the actual serving size of those cereals.
Yeah.
It is not what I actually ate.
It's like offensive to me.
2/3 of a cup.
That is not a serving. That is not an authentic serving of anything.
Like, keto cereals don't have big servings. Neither do those.
Yeah, no.
Because they want to fit it into, this is 150 calories.
Right, so this is this much. Hope you're not hungry.
Donna said, I did some research on Brazil nuts, and you shouldn't eat any more than 3 a day due to the high amount of selenium, which is why I'm not eating them. But easy to limit to 3 since I know more can be harmful.
That's good. Yeah, if you understand that it's it's not good for me or I don't want to eat that, then yeah.
Juju said Fogo de Chao is another version. Okay, somebody I think asked. Timeless Jules said birthday cake keto chow, fat bombs fudge. Well, birthday cake keto chow right now is not available, so we kind of I don't even have.
Kind of shelved it because we don't want to put out a video and then people not be able to buy it.
Yeah. Keto Simple said I was so much better in the beginning when we didn't have so many options for dessert.
It does help. Debbie, thank you so much.
Debbie, thank you very much for the $10 super chat. Can we convince you to do more Nova oven videos? I used mine for the first time last week. Picanha, I'm looking for more ideas.
Absolutely.
Got one coming.
Yes,
Yep.
we do. Gosh.
You're going to actually...
Is there a camera in our house?
In the upcoming vlog, which I have to finish editing, you're actually going to see a glimpse of a new recipe video for the Nova oven coming out. So I learn about it, and then we're making a video for it. So Karen said nuts here too, macadamia or pistachios. I try to be very careful with both my pistachios are packaged. Yeah, that's the other way to do pistachios. Buy them they're not even expensive, like the bags. The ones that always showed up in the keto crates. It's like $1.25.
Yeah.
But at least this way you have it portioned out for you.
It's a good idea.
Keto Simple said not to yuck anyone's yum, but
mayonnaise.
Yuck.
It's probably good if you don't like mayo, because man, I will definitely overindulge in mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise.
Nobody can overindulge mayo like your mother.
Oh my Lord!
I'm gonna throw your mother under the bus, and she's not here.
Oh, bless her heart.
Years ago, this is long before keto. We bought Rachel's mom a Vitamix for Christmas. I think it was.
Yes.
It was a blue one. And we showed her that you could make mayonnaise.
Even back then.
In her Vitamix. She proceeded to make a mason jar and ate it all.
Yes.
Unfortunately, at the time, we didn't know that it was good for you.
Right. I don't think she made it with the best oil, though. But
I know.
But it was
remember how she was like, oh, this is so bad. I shouldn't be eating all this fat.
Now, mayonnaise. Yeah.
It's
go for
a good
it, woman.
thing. Go ahead. Eat your mayo. It's eggs and if you use butter or avocado oil or butter mayo, yum.
Shauna says, I think I live in a rabbit hole.
Ola said, I couldn't watch I Love Dolphins.
There's no way I could see that. I couldn't have even watched the YouTube video about it.
Well, it was the very end, and he just kind of talked about it, but he did not show it happening. But, yeah.
It was so interesting.
Matt knows who I'm watching. Joe's been watching La Lido Loca.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Good call, Matt. That is excellent. We recently found out that the dolphin that we got to hang out with at Discovery Cove was actually a dolphin in Jaws 3, right? The one with Dennis Quaid. It's the same dolphin. That dolphin is 50 years old.
Dustin said, I've not tried butter mayo. Nilly's video the other day, maybe contemplating trying it. Yeah, we made the butter mayo.
If you don't like mayonnaise, why would you make it?
It's completely different.
I know, but what if he makes a big batch and hates it?
It's butter and eggs. If you like hollandaise sauce, you're gonna like butter mayo. We made that video 2 years ago, and then Chris recently figured out that if you add the raw egg at the very end, it never actually solidifies all the way. And so I haven't tried it yet because we haven't had a chance to have mayo.
Remake it.
But I definitely want to. I'm excited to try that. Juju said, Keto Simple, do Chris cooking Nashville version. He stays soft even in the fridge. Listen, John said, yeah, the one where you mix the egg whites to the end to make it. That's, Chris's version.
Great job, Chris.
Neely basically reviewed Chris's video.
Yeah.
Ola said, I miraculously gave up coffee for 6 months, but back on that was years ago. Went from 5 to 6 cups to max of 2.
Which I think is excellent. I don't drink 2 pots of coffee anymore.
No.
Which I'm pretty proud of.
JC, what is the cleanest, best tasting mayo besides making your own?
I like Chosen
Foods or Primal Kitchen.
I like the aioli, the purple lidded one from Primal Kitchen the best.
They have 3 different flavors. They have a chipotle. They may even have more at this point. We have a discount code for Primal. It's down below.
I like the purple lid. I like the aioli, whatever the aioli one is.
It's a garlic aioli.
It's good. I like that one. And then I like Chosen too.
We buy Chosen a lot. I'll order Primal when it's on sale, and we have a coupon code. And we buy Chosen a lot because they have it at our Costco. Although the jar cut in half, the size of the jar cut in half.
Can I say the nerdy thing that I do when we go to Costco and we get Chosen?
Yeah.
It reminds me so much, like the name.
No.
The name reminds me of those green aliens from Toy Story, and so I always say, "The Claw, you have been chosen," because chosen mayonnaise.
Jeannie said, I've been avoiding everything sweet because it just leads to cravings for other sweet things. The result is that unsweetened ketchup tastes like regular ketchup.
Wow, that's a nice side effect.
Yeah, Dustin said, those dang videos haunt my dreams.
Dang! Sorry about that.
Juju Bunny said, coffee has total control of me, and I'm perfectly okay with
there
that.
you go. I'm in my full
Number
blown
one
addiction.
fan said, since I started keto 3 years ago, I've lost my taste for coffee, but on the bright side, I've lost 135 pounds.
Way to go. Now
Karen's starting.
I am a number one fan of that. Great job. What about nut milk bag? I miss the nut milk bag.
No.
Nut milk bag.
No.
Mom.
Jason said,
nuts.
I have been around for a while. I remember the vlogs from the car at the beginning.
Wow. Yes. Oh my gracious. Thanks for being an original. We appreciate that so much. Thanks for sticking with these two nutties.
Dawn said, my daughter and I have been having fun sampling the free sample kit with the purchase of Ellen.
Have you done the habanero and the hot one? I highly recommend that you make sure you know you're about to drink that. Don't just do a blind taste test because you could burn your lips off.
Kate said,
hey, Kate.
Regarding the daily minerals, you don't have to do the whole tablespoon at one time. Yep, I divide mine up into 3 doses. We just do squirts throughout the day.
Same thing. I was talking to Debbie, Purple Love and Nona, and we were talking back and forth a little while ago about how many drops
said she sent you a private message.
Can you add to the your coffee, if you want to add it to your coffee without causing a taste. And so, it's different for everybody because that's another place that you can hide it. But 1 drop too many and you're like, ugh, I've got to throw the coffee out. So be careful with that. But that's another place to hide the daily mineral drops if you want.
Nicole said, I miss where's the best place to get a creamy and what would be a good price? Right now, creamies are hard to come by because they discontinued the old model. And so the new model, you have 2 choices. You have the deluxe and you have the breeze, which we filmed the video. I just haven't edited a review of the breeze and comparing all 3. It's not nearly as long as the other one. What I would tell you is unless you can get the original model for well less than $100, I would not buy the original model for a couple, and I certainly probably would not buy it used for a few reasons. Number one, they've discontinued it. It's getting harder and harder to get parts. And if you buy it even brand new and it's under warranty, and there's a problem with it, they're going to replace it with the Breeze.
Yeah.
Most of us have more than the 2 containers that it comes with.
And it's not an interchangeable canister.
The canisters are not interchangeable. So let's say you're like us. I just sold our original Ninja Creamy. I sold it on OfferUp. I had 12 creamy containers for it. None of those work in the Breeze. So had mine broken and they replaced it with the Breeze,
they would have been useless anyway.
I have 12 useless containers.
Yeah.
And they're not going to just give you the Breeze containers. You're kind of out of luck with that. So because they've discontinued it and it's harder to get parts and they're going to replace it with the Breeze, I would only get either the Breeze or the Deluxe. Now, what is a good price? Right now, they're hard to get. The retail price is $199 and $250. If you buy it on their website, there's always a coupon when you first jump on. And I think we even have one, I found one and I put it in the description of the deluxe video.
Yeah.
Where you'll get 10% off.
We'll take it.
So
something.
$179 is what you should pay for the Breeze and $230 for the deluxe. as they get easier to find, you're going to see them popping up in stores. And I'm sure when you come around to Black Friday, you're going to see stores putting them on sale. I see Sam's Club selling them for $179 when they have them in stock. But that's about what you're going to price. $20 or so less than retail value. My guess is around Black Friday, you're going to see them for around $150, kind of like where you were before.
Right.
But if you look on OfferUp and eBay, people are selling them for $350. Don't pay that.
Are we going to do what we did previously and buy some to give away
Depends
this
on
Christmas?
If you can get them.
If we can get them this Christmas.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get them.
We're going to be doing are we going to resume the 12 days of keto this year? You think we're going to do that?
I don't know what our schedule looks like.
Decisions are being made.
I don't know what our schedule looks like yet.
I'd love to bring that back.
We might have a chance to go to Belize.
Okay. I believe we may not do it.
To do Belize, I don't know when though. You have to go diving.
Oh, yeah.
Because it would be to evaluate a dive resort.
Okay. We will see. We will see how this goes.
I don't know. But
it's almost time for us to wake up.
Yeah, I know. We can. Why don't we just live stream until we have to
There
leave?
you go. Let's just do that.
I'm just trying to see where we're at in these. Kathy said Fogo de Chao isn't that classy.
They let me in. Right there you go. They let us in. Clearly, there is no screening process.
Sherry, how can I increase my HCl with foods and supplement might be better? No acid reflux, just digestive issues. HCl. HCl or HDL?
Let us know.
I don't know.
Don't want to be wrong about that.
That might be a question for Dr. Berry. Ola said, can you make carnivore chips in an oven the lowest temperature is 200? Probably. Just going to have to really pay attention to it. You're going to have to pull them off early. The biggest thing is the problem, and you'll see it in the video coming out tomorrow, the problem with ovens and trying to do things like dehydrating and drying at a very low temperature is ovens are notorious for having hot spots, not having good circulation, and not being calibrated correctly. Almost everybody's oven at home is not calibrated. So you set it at 200, it could be 170 and it could be 250.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see like, when we do a video and we say like cook it until it's done and Rachel's like, well, how long? I'm like, I don't know. I can tell you how long it takes on my oven, but it could be 20 minutes off in your oven.
Right. And
so
it
you
even
really
has
need
hot
to
spots.
calibrate your oven. My suggestion to people is if you plan on making carnivore chips or anything else where you want to like bacon jerky, stuff like that, buy a dehydrator, and even if you don't have a countertop room, stick it in your garage, stick it in the corner of your house, and then put it on your counter when you need it. You can get one for as low as $90. You will make your money back. If you're making carnivore chips, which is basically carnivore crust, you will make your money back in the first batch.
Right.
In the first batch, you will make your money back because that stuff's expensive. What is it? $40 a bag for like a 5-ounce bag. So that 5-ounce bag took about 15 ounces of beef to make. So it took a pound. So let's say you went and bought a rib roast and got it for $10 a pound and you bought 5 pounds. That's $50 and that's going to give you roughly 2 pounds. How much is that in carnivore crisp? If you went and bought carnivore crisp, like what is 2 pounds? That's about $300 worth of carnivore chips.
It goes fast.
So $300 in carnivore chips for $50 rib roast and then $99 dehydrator.
Yeah.
Right there, you've made your money back. So is it grass-fed, grass-finished? No. But how fast are you eating it?
I can eat them pretty fast.
Right. You went to Walmart.
I did.
And ate a bag of carnivore chips or crisps on the way.
I did.
So
I did get some crunchies. So I saw Terry bought my Adidas shoes that I mentioned because I was like, I looked online. I'm always looking at like sneakers. I was looking to see if they had any Hokas on sale. I didn't see any Hokas on sale for Amazon Prime Day, but they had my Adidas sneakers that I love with the stripes on it that I paid full price for were 50% off. So I was like, well, at least somebody's going to get a good
Joanna
deal.
said, I'm having too many nuts lately. Also, yogurt with keto granola. Will have to clean up my plan. Hey.
We've all been there.
We made that Ninja Creamy Deluxe video, and it's like when you start weighing out and going, oh, that's what a serving for a mixin is?
Oh, hey.
That's not what I usually
Neely's
have.
here. Yeah, if you didn't listen to our podcast this week, we actually released the video version of our interview with
she reposted it.
Indigo Neely. Thank you so much. It was just such a great time.
24 CIF, do you guys have any favorite supplements you take daily? Keto Chow.
Yeah.
We take the daily minerals. And then,
I take magnesium at night.
And then magnesium. That's it. We don't do any other supplements other than beef. Neely said about a year ago I couldn't tolerate nuts at all, so thankful for the gut healing I've gotten over the past year, but now I have to worry about doing it again.
It's a lot.
Okay. I'm just going to scroll. Oh, we almost missed that. Lolo, thank you for the $2 super chat. Chosen keto coconut oil mayo is the best. I've never tried the coconut one.
I haven't either. We got to give that a try.
What? Not alert. Did we miss any other ones?
Dustin says, I bet we'll wait till Costco has the Breeze in stock and on sale. Yeah, I mean, Costco's got some great stuff. I don't think you even saw it, but like your children bought a new sectional sofa that is gorgeous. And Michelle says, such good quality at Costco. They delivered it, put it together, looks fantastic in the room. They actually got rid of the bed. I usually will go and sleep on their couch anyway. I usually don't. Yeah. Me and Jenny will snuggle when I go visit. So yeah, they moved the couch in their living room into the guest bedroom, and then now they have a new couch. But they got it at Costco. Costco's got our pants. Put your pants on. And couches and Chosen mayonnaise. And possibly Breeze is.
Juju said I'm going to dehydrate hot peppers and make pepper powder after I get home from Auntie.
Yum.
Karen said, thin cut deli meat work in a dehydrator. Yes, just get it super thin cut.
It will. Talk about a value, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, a lot of butchers, even in like your grocery store, if you go up to them and say, can you slice this thin? They'll do it. If you can go to a butcher, if you go to an Asian market, you can you're looking for something called shabu shabu. Which is just very thin slice. They use it for like hot pots and things like that. That will all work. Joanna said I do weigh out my mix-ins, but eating them every day isn't helping me.
I will tell you, if you are looking for a way, like you're eating like keto chow on the regular as ice cream, we love it. I feel like I have discovered something amazing, and that is mixing in crispy bacon bits, like fresh made crispy bacon bits, into your Ninja Creamy. It's going to give you the crunch you want. It's got like a saltiness to it that mixed with the sweetness of the Keto Chow ice cream is so flipping good. Give that a shot if you are trying to minimize some of your like nut mix-ins or maybe other granola mix-ins that you've been using. Give it a try. I'm telling you, it is where it's at. Now, you had gotten like caramel macchiato with bacon. That was unbelievable. Chocolate peanut butter with the bacon, also unbelievably good.
Yeah.
With bacon, yes.
Okay, we are going to get off and
see you in Baltimore.
Going to Baltimore. I have to pack.
You know what I'm going to say Saturday?
I have not even begun to pack.
Juju, you know what I'm going to say Saturday, right?
What?
Good morning, Baltimore.
Really?
You know it.
We're supposed to be professionals.
I tip my hats to the professionalism.
Guys, we will be back live on Monday for Keto Beyond the Couch. Hopefully, the internet is fixed by then.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.